Hidden among the Aravalli hills of Rajasthan stands Bhangarh Fort, a place where an entire kingdom once lived, but where today only silence remains. Long ago, Bhangarh was a beautiful royal kingdom, and at its heart lived Princess Ratnavati, a young princess known for her beauty, intelligence, and mysterious destiny. In those days, Bhangarh was nothing like the ruins we see today. Its streets were alive, its markets were crowded, and its magnificent palace stood proudly above the city. But somewhere within this kingdom lived a mysterious tantric named Singhiya. He was known for his knowledge of dark rituals, and he had become dangerously fascinated by the princess. Singhiya knew Ratnavati would never accept him, but his fascination slowly became an obsession, and soon he began searching for a way to make the princess his. One day, Princess Ratnavati entered the crowded marketplace with her attendants. Among the many shops was a small perfume store, and someone was secretly watching her. That person was Singhiya. He watched from the shadows, waiting for his opportunity. According to the legend, he had already created a dangerous plan involving a small bottle of fragrant oil. Ratnavati's attendant entered the perfume shop and selected a small bottle of fragrant oil. She had no idea that, according to the legend, something sinister had already been done to it. Before the bottle reached the palace, Singhiya performed a secret ritual over it. His plan was simple. When Ratnavati used the oil, she would supposedly fall under his influence. The bottle was finally brought before Ratnavati, but the moment she looked at it, something felt wrong. Her instincts told her that this ordinary-looking bottle was hiding a dangerous secret. Ratnavati examined the oil carefully. Instead of using it, she became suspicious. Somehow she realized that the bottle might have been part of a carefully planned trap. According to the legend, Ratnavati threw the bottle away. The oil struck a large stone nearby. And what happened next would become one of Bhangarh's darkest legends. The ancient stone suddenly began to move. Slowly at first, then faster and faster, rolling across the ground as if an invisible force had awakened inside it. The stone moved directly towards Singhiya. He tried to escape, but there was nowhere to go. The very magic he had used against Ratnavati had turned against him. Before his death, the legend says Singhiya placed a terrible curse upon Bhangarh. He declared that the kingdom would fall, and that its people would never know peace again. But Singhiya's curse was not the only legend surrounding Bhangarh. Long before the city became powerful, a sage named Baba Balnath was said to live here in complete solitude. When the king decided to build his city here, he first approached Baba Balnath. The sage agreed, but only after giving the king one very important warning. Baba Balnath allowed the city to be built on one condition: no building should ever become tall enough for its shade to reach his humble dwelling. At first, everyone respected the sage's warning, but Bhangarh continued to grow. Buildings rose higher, markets expanded, and slowly, the old warning began to fade from people's memories. The royal palace grew taller and taller. Its massive sandstone walls reached toward the sky, until one day, its enormous shadow began stretching toward the sage's dwelling. Baba Balnath watched the growing palace from his hermitage. He knew the old condition was being broken. According to the legend, he warned the rulers to stop, but the warning was ignored. And when the palace shadow finally reached the sage's dwelling, the legend says Baba Balnath placed a curse upon the growing city. Soon, according to the legends, trouble came to Bhangarh. Fear spread through the streets. The peaceful kingdom began to collapse, and the city that once seemed unstoppable was suddenly facing its downfall. The fort prepared for danger. Soldiers gathered along its walls as a threat approached from beyond the horizon. Bhangarh was no longer a peaceful kingdom. It was fighting for survival. Eventually, the once thriving city was abandoned. Its markets emptied, its homes fell silent, and the magnificent kingdom slowly became the ruins we recognize today. Centuries passed, and almost nothing remained of the life that once filled these streets. Only broken walls, empty temples, and forgotten pathways remained, surrounded by an eerie silence. Today, Bhangarh stands as a haunting reminder of the past. Tourists visit its ancient ruins, but the old legends still follow this mysterious place, wherever its stories are told. Two curses, one abandoned kingdom, and centuries of unanswered questions. Was Bhangarh really destroyed by a curse, or was history simply stranger than the legend? Perhaps these ruins know the truth, but they have never spoken. Deep inside Bhangarh, the ruins give way to an abandoned temple. As night falls, an unnatural darkness fills the entrance, and for a moment it feels like something is watching from within. The trail led deeper into the ruins, where the air suddenly grew cold. Ahead was a narrow passage, swallowed by darkness, as if something unseen had just passed through. At the end of the passage stood a sealed sandstone doorway. Strange carvings covered its surface, while the darkness beyond seemed to hide something forgotten for centuries. Beside the sealed door was a symbol carved deep into the stone. No one knew who had placed it there, but beneath the moonlight, it looked strangely fresh. Then, beside the ancient wall, a hidden passage appeared. Uneven stone steps descended beneath the fort, disappearing into a darkness so deep that even the moonlight could not reach it. Each step seemed to lead farther away from the world above. The silence grew heavier, while the ancient walls appeared to close in around the forgotten passage. Dust covered everything inside, untouched for generations. Yet the disturbed stone suggested that this hidden route may not have been forgotten after all. Far below the ruins, the passage opened into a silent underground chamber. No voices could be heard, but the feeling of being watched had never disappeared. Ancient markings covered the walls, their meaning lost to time. Whatever happened here had been buried beneath Bhangarh long before anyone could record the truth. Beyond the chamber was another hidden opening. A narrow route continued into the darkness, leading deeper beneath the ruins than anyone expected. The passage continued farther into the earth, slowly narrowing until it disappeared into absolute darkness. Whatever waited beyond it remained hidden from the world. And perhaps that is the greatest mystery of Bhangarh. The ruins may be silent today, but somewhere beneath them, a forgotten secret could still be waiting.